ashes burn in the snow on the night it's our turn.
It's two Sabines.
Yes,
Evan and
mirror.
Evan and Emmanuel. Yep. So both these guys are Madison area. I think that Emmanuel lives around. Evan and his son Jack play.
All right.
I actually have a son Jack that plays as well. His son Jack is in college, -9.
Do you know which one? Do you know?
They
Important
both
distinction.
they both use Jack Attack as their
So funny.
as their
That's
Discord.
awesome.
Evan
So
and-
it's Evan and Emmanuel, right? Do you know who's on top, who's on bottom? Not in that way, Chad.
All right. We're seeing those opening hands. Which one is sitting where? You know?
Emmanuel is on the top. And,
Right.
Evan is on the bottom.
Wait.
It's tough to see the cards through the stream. I definitely see a red 3 in Emmanuel's hand,
Lieutenant as
And-
well, but no turn one
and-
play for Emmanuel.
and he took his mulligan, which was the right thing to do. You need a turn
Yeah,
one play
definitely.
with Sabine, and it's
Especially in the mirror.
Yep. And there's a cool video by Troy at +2 Gaming for anybody who's looking into some math as analyzing Sabine's first one plays, but math plays an important part of the card games behind
Yeah,
the scenes.
definitely. See a wing
Best
leader
turn one play.
there.
Is it very matchup dependent?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well,
Flip,
wing
you can
leaders,
hear me?
I can't.
Yeah, we can hear you.
What was that
Oh yeah. What's the best turn one play?
for
It
Sabine?
depends.
In the mirror, you want Battlefield Marine,
Oh, yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
but Emmanuel with initiative, it's not that bad, right? Because it's there.
You're
now.
feeling fine.
Yeah, I
He also has a wing leader in his hand.
Yeah,
which
and
is probably the play.
I actually might have argued for an ECL on that Battlefield Marine. I mean,
Yep.
Sabine mirrors are tough.
Oh, you know what? I definitely would have.
Yep, because then you could take it, and actually just looking at Emmanuel's hand, it would have been a blowout because he didn't keep a second free
Right.
drop.
Yeah, that would have
Um,
been huge.
I did in one of my losses to Emmanuel that I kind of had some tough things, but I did actually make him play a sad leader, which is a wing leader without anything to buff. But that's a big swing because now he has a buff Sabine to deal with. That's Cassian Andor, which is I think actually the best 3-drop in Sabines nowadays.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Um,
The last
not just a smuggle, folks.
the last league
Not
we
just a
we did on
Well, he is
TTI.
much better on a smuggle.
The
Well,
finals
he comes
ended up-
ready on a smuggle, but he's also, I mean, a 3-5 on 3
Oh.
on the second turn is a good strong play.
Nothing
so I feel
sees
like,
that.
yeah, it smells that.
Oh,
cat-
I've been
that catches
muted on
smuggle.
Discord this whole time. I'm sorry.
Oh, we thought you were
well.
just being quiet. You know,
Welcome back, buddy.
I've been talking to the stream. I just haven't been talking to you guys. I played the Only Hans video you asked me to, by the way, so that did happen.
Oh, did that happen to everybody? Yes. Oh, yes. So we had Golden Dice actually in the audience. That's their theme song. Ooh, the
Oh,
Fleet Lieutenant there. is a
Lieutenant
big
swinging in
one.
for
yeah.
7.
But I was
That's
gonna say
huge.
the
I think again, I may have ECL'd there.
yeah. I was gonna
got
say the
that
last
open for me.
league we did, the finals ended up being a Sabine mirror. It was yellow versus green, and the green deck
Oh.
ECL'd turn 1 both times and ended up winning 2-0.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
And
a huge
I
swing.
see a Rebel Assault in Emmanuel's hand, which is a huge problem
Ooh, yeah.
for Evan because he's going to ping. If he can get behind it, he can Rebel Assault for 7 in with his leader, and the wing leader still bummed. That's the end of the game.
Right.
Yeah.
To the 13 there.
Yeah, and you go back and you think, I mean, boy, you know, had I taken that turn 1 play, I don't think he had the fleet even at the time. I think he would have been either playing a wing leader or for a cause on turn 2.
This Sabine mirror is so. Oh, that's pretty big.
He does
Sabine
have a dark saber. It's not gonna be
Mirror
enough
is
though.
so on the margins. That, like, you
So
have to
seven-
take risky plays like that.
You have 7 to take him to 20.
Oh, he's just gonna play that
Absolutely massive.
Rebel Assault now instead of
Yeah, no,
waiting for later.
I think that's right. I think
I
you
think
take him
so,
to 20 right
too.
now. Yep. And then if
Yeah.
he's got a wrecker, I think, and a for a cause, I believe, in hand. But
it's
you
a
just-
K2, not a wrecker, but
It's
yeah.
a K2, but still.
Yeah, it's well, I'm looking through a potato camera right now, but we're trying, folks.
Well, absolutely, like game ender right there.
K2
Is
is
that
actually
a-
pretty good because he has his ECL open. He's only got
Mhm.
7 on his base, so his Sabine leader is going to attack probably base for 7. Though, I mean, he's kind of in a tough situation here. Like, do you take out a unit?
You have to take out.
I think you have to take out
Sabine
the
unit.
Sabine unit.
Yes,
and I
they
think
got Spain, otherwise it's claiming.
I think Cassian's got to take out the fleet lieutenant. I think that's
Definitely.
the only option.
Otherwise you just lose, and you still might because
Well,
he still has 3 on the board.
So on the gun, I think Sabine
5.
leader attacks for 3, and then either the lethal is delivered by the wing leader or by the 4 cause in hand. It's one of the 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or by ECLK2.
Yeah,
so many choices.
last week at this time, I was playing on the table 1 at Gen Con in a Sabine mirror that I very closely lost to not having a rebel assault, but that was good. It was a guy named Gavin. It is cool beans, but he's got a channel. He's a Minnesota guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love a Midwesterner.
Oh, he goes to base.
That
Sorry.
just means he lost the game.
Yeah, that's just the loss. Then.
Well, I think it was a foregone conclusion.
I mean, it probably was, but
he just attacks with Sabine unit.
to play to your outs, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, his out was killing the Sabine.
That's what I mean. Is like he probably loses anyway if he kills the Sabine. But
See,
you have to play to the out.
My boy Emmanuel is still helping my breakers even in a top cut. Yeah, I think actually both of the losses were by 1 action, to where I would have had him 1 more with Kira. I needed a vigilance in the last game, but them are the beats. Good players. Now Evan will start with initiative this time.
Yeah.
Which is big in this.
Yep,
this
and he
matchup.
sides in. I know Emmanuel plays U-wing reinforcements in his board, which came into play in my game. I doubt that he would put them in right
probably
now.
not
But-
impactful here.
But when you side in for this matchup, I mean, he's going to side in his upgrade hit. I mean, you already saw Dark Saber.
Yeah.
He's going to side in all his buffs. So any metal
Seeing
ceremony,
Fang
rebel
fighters.
assault, you got both sides will put in the same fighters. I like Sundari Peacekeepers a lot in the mirror.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
And you got to use ECL aggressively, right? Neither player, I think, used their ECL.
Yeah,
Neither
no.
one of them used it the whole game.
Yep. And there are opportunities that they could have.
Absolutely, and in fact, I think Evan had an opportunity where an ECL would have swung the game.
Yeah, I think the turn 1 ECL was probably the most important thing that could have happened in that game.
He couldn't have known that there was no drop for the wing leader in hand, but
you never know for
still.
sure. And in fact, you shouldn't. I mean, if you can,
Right.
you craft your hand to have like a Cassian and a wing leader, because
Right.
more often than not, it's not set 1 anymore to where your play is secure. It's very much not secure.
Yeah.
So, but you never know till you play. These are 2 excellent players, for
Yeah.
sure. I know
Mhm.
both of these guys, and they're both top cut, prior ones as well. Oh no. I might be able to make the Only Hans intro video loop as my background on a video broadcast. Watch out, people. Watch out.
Oh no!
Yeah, and if nothing else, I'll increase the bad jokes proportion of the chat. I tried to. Oh, I can't.
Now you just have to do the dances along with them.
No way! Yeah.
We do what we do.
There it is.
actually got to do something else for Sabine. We'll turn that on when we go to the other Han match because this won't take too much longer. I know what I'll do. I actually played when I went 5-2 in Gen Con. I was on Sabine.
Yeah, you're really high on that deck. Why did you move on to Kira?
Well, my wife was playing my Sabine deck, among other things. So,
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it.
I would have
I'll
let
do
you
it.
know Sabine deck. You could just talk to me.
yeah, no, we might have been able to go with. I've been killing it, in testing on Kira. It just wasn't my day with the cards I accidentally drew. But shout out to Woo for making that deck. I hope that it could have top cut with it and represented better. I'd feel pretty good to all of the matchups that were still in the top cut. I would have liked to take revenge on Emmanuel.
Yeah.
I just did like total players and wins and average number of wins for all the leaders today.
What
And,
are your findings, DK? I'm interested in that.
Boba. There were 8 Boba decks, 7 Sabine decks, 4 each of Han 2, Kira, and Rey, and then there were 2 each of Han 1, Kylo, Bosk, Hondo, and Palpatine. And Han 2
Ooh.
Han 2 had an
Echo-based
average.
defender.
Han 2 had an average wins of 4.
Yep. So yeah,
which was
I would have done better on my Han deck than my Kira with the matchups I actually drew. But how do I know that?
that was definitely the most successful leader overall. Boba didn't even top 8, had a 3.13, so
Yep.
kind of just that average. Han 1 3.5, but one of them was a 6-0. So
Yeah, right.
that'll sway things a little.
Yeah, I actually don't have the cards to make the mono yellow Han because I lack DJs.
Got an extra
Evan.
DJ. You should
Right.
have asked me before
I've got
I
some
drove down to
DJs too,
Phoenix.
yeah.
I haven't. Well, you guys are across the country among other things, but
Wow.
I'm more. I would have played Blue Han or Kira or
Yeah.
Green Pelt. Those are the 3 decks that I'm kind of running around. Or I could have played Green Sabine. I actually probably have the highest win percentage on that deck right now for me. It's a great deck. It got strong.
There were 3 Kira decks. One of them dropped early, so I think they just something came up, I think, and they had to drop. I don't think it was like but yeah, you and Nick Obi, who were probably 2 of the best players in the room, both went 3-3.
Well, somehow we both paired against the Afro, which is hard control is
An
tough to beat a
anomaly.
lot of things, but it's real good in Akira.
Yeah, there was one offer in the room.
Right.
Yeah.
They went 4-2.
Oh, they were 4-2. I thought they were 3-3. That's nice.
They were for 2. Yep.
No, they're 14th place at the end.
Nope. And he was a good guy. He's from Partyville, I think. And don't recall his
Hard
first
to be
name.
a bad guy from Partyville, you know.
That's right. That's right. But he did a great job. He piloted it well. I mean, he played it. It's tough to play hard control all day like that too.
Yeah.
My
And
brain was milk.
Evan had an echo based defender.
Yeah, that's
Say
interesting.
Which
he
is
felt
which
like
is
he was in a pretty good spot, but that Rebel Assault just like ended it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Emmanuel let the Echo-based defender get a hit in though, which I didn't expect.
If you're Evan here,
Emmanuel's
do you
sitting
swing
on
your
the Fang
Sabine
Fighter.
into their Sabine?
At this
it's
point,
tough.
probably, yeah. If I
He's
don't have
gotta
Dark
go-
Saber, but yeah.
Right. And one thing that I don't think either of the guys are running that I really like
Yeah.
in my Sabine deck is the 3 times daring raid, because I mean, particularly in the matches like Kira, not so much the
Yeah.
mirror. But
I
in
believe
the,
Evan's
about-
running Daring Raid. It
is
came
it?
up
We were
in
talking
the
about
top
Daring
8
Raid
against Kira.
earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, very good. And actually against Kira, that's where it's at its best, because it
Yes.
really can be strong, and you can. In fact, didn't I get you with a daring raid in our league game?
You did, yeah.
Daring Raid and against Kira and against Han Blue as well. super impactful.
Yep. I really like it a lot. There's different ways to run Sabine. Emmanuel's got a great list. In fact, if he's not on my Sabine ECL 2.0, it's a couple of cards off. I'd have to look exactly what it is. It's real close. I've since gone though to confiscates instead of Fang Fighters.
Interesting.
That's what Diana had
Interesting.
today for the mirror, right? You can actually kind of catch them off guard with that a little bit better. But I probably shouldn't
Yes,
say
that's
that
fair.
with like hundreds of people from Star Wars Unlimited watching that.
Yeah.
You hear me say?
There it goes.
I don't know.
Everybody
I
goes.
still think.
Tell
I
your
still think
friends.
Fang
There's
Fire is
daring
just a
raid.
better
And
play.
that is a big daring raid. Yeah, no.
Look out, Loopy packing.
Yeah.
You get this.
Yeah.
I'm not so much for secrets, given that as soon as I find something that works, I make a video about it.
Uh-huh.
But
Right. I still sort of feel like Fang Fighter's just better value.
Yeah, I
uh,
would think so. What do I know?
I should get back in the chat. Oh, I was going to actually put my background as my Sabine background. Is the only Han still running? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right. We got to wait
Alright.
till we're back on the Hans for that.
Emmanuel's got a Bright Hope in hand, which could be big into this red 3.
Yeah, they're pretty even on board and damage right now, but Emmanuel's hand just looks better.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I'm not
and
seeing
Emmanuel's
Evan's
in it.
hand, but
I played against him in Destiny 2. He's around, actually, same age as you, Nick. But he was good then.
let's see. K2, Poe, and I'm not sure what else. Poe could be big. I probably wouldn't even ECL it. I'm probably just dropping Poe here. Maybe he might be thinking about like ECLing K2 to clear one of these guys, or ECLing Poe to clear one of them. But if you ECL Poe, then it trades with both these other guys,
Mm-hmm.
There. I
and
a
you
Sabine
want to actually
background for
get an
you guys.
attack in with the Poe.
Yeah, ECL K2 doesn't feel that bad. You get
Yeah.
too overwhelmed
All right.
with the red 3.
And I see Jack Fitzgerald, who's Evan's son, is in the chat with us. Thanks for watching.
Nice.
Yeah, Evan really kind of crawled back in this game with some of the mid-rangey stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that he's going to be able to get it, but still got some
I
resources. What is going to play here?
ECL Poe.
Del
Okay.
Poe.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to clear it, right? Yeah, I think so.
It clears Marine, yeah, but it leaves itself open to being cleared by the Fleet
Right.
Lieutenant next turn.
He's not discarding anything. guess he maybe
No,
don't.
I don't think I would
Guess
here.
not. Or he's still thinking about it, maybe.
He might still be thinking about it. I mean, technically, it's
On attack.
On
it should happen
attack.
before.
I mean,
Right.
he has like
Or-
I think he has a daring raid in hand, so I mean, it's just he gets to use daring raid for free, basically. So
Free,
might as
yeah.
well.
right.
17 on base. That means Poe is lethal, so Emmanuel has to claim here and kill the Poe.
Right. Which feels pretty good if you're Evan.
And he does. And Evan has to decide if he wants to use the ping here and if he wants to attack
Yep.
into the Bright Hope.
So Evan has 16 on his base. What's Emmanuel's life total?
He's at
17 on
17.
Emmanuel.
Right.
Right,
Yep.
no attack into the Bright Hope. I think I agree with that. You'd rather have the pump.
Yeah.
Well, right, because he's got to answer Poe, but then I think the Battlefield Marine can hit for 4.
Yep.
Right. You're feeling pretty close. You know he's got a K2 in hand. Can't see the rest.
I think. Is that Sundari Peacekeepers? I think it is Sundari Peacekeepers. Yeah, I'm not sure what the other card is.
Yeah, and that can go. I can see a Poe in Emmanuel's hand as well. I think. It's hard to tell.
Resources the Peacekeepers, actually.
That's a Poe in Emmanuel's hand.
Yeah. Poe, A-Wing, something else.
A-Wing's pretty good right now. But I don't
Yeah.
think he'll need it. We'll see here. Because Emmanuel has an
For a cause, okay. So, yeah. That's the
Bring a
forced
Poe.
action. Is that a wrecker for Evan, I think? That would be big.
Bring in.
Yeah, though he doesn't have a... He doesn't have
And
an
now,
ability to ambush him.
This is a
Emmanuel
weird place
actually
if
needs a
you're
way to
Emmanuel.
answer this Battlefield Marine, because that's lethal.
Yep. Yeah,
He is
Emmanuel.
Poe. If Evan
mean-
claims, he wins.
Evan just take the initiative.
Yeah, he just needs to take the initiative. That's what he needs to do right now.
Yep. Let's do it.
Samuel Lyons in the chat says, awesome coverage, guy. Rebel Resource offering some Pro Sabine tips. If you want to hang out with us on the chat, check us out on Misty Mountain Twitch.
Timely intervention for, is that K2?
Why? Well, he gets 3
okay.
damage
I guess
on base.
Oh,
he
there
is,
it is.
he is lethal from the Sabine Pang.
It's lethal
right
now.
So it was game either way.
Yep.
the
No,
win.
that was a good play. All right,
Was
so we're going to go to
well-
game
well
3
played.
of the thing. Yeah, so you
Nice.
can...
That was clean. It was
Yeah.
really good sequencing at the end there.
Yep, so 1 to each green bean. Going into the 3rd game of the semifinal match. Do we have a status report of the Han match?
Let's check. Still running. I guess see what's up. I'll be right back.
$78 watching on Take the Initiative. So yeah, 150 people watching Star Wars live. Books.
All right.
Pretty cool stuff. Groundbreaking.
Oh, on a
For
Saturday
us-
in August.
Yes, and that is a thing too. And
Yeah.
I mentioned that to the head judge here. They were wondering why the pre-registration was low. We actually got there with over 40 here, but I mean it is a Saturday in August and a state that gets like 3 good months of weather.
Right.
So, and like everybody with kids, this is when you can travel.
Right, exactly.
Is right now. So
Yeah.
I think it's a great
Young
turnout.
Han
I
is up.
look. Which
Young
Han
Han
is
is
up?
up a game.
Oh,
Nice.
Alex. He might
Nice.
be going for another win. Alex is tests a lot, and I know that he started a testing group here.
His name's actually Alden Ehrenreich. Not Alex. Alden.
Oh,
All right. Game 3. Who's the Queen of Sabine? Time to find out.
Ooh, solid hand up at the top. Can't see Evans, but Emmanuel's looks great.
Who's the best bean?
Fleet Lieutenant going down, and it looks like a timely intervention, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
That leaves us with an A-Wing, Fleet Lieutenant, a K2, and a Poe.
Yeah.
Perfect curve.
And Emmanuel's starting off by dirtling with the Sabine Pang. And Evan does
Sure.
the same.
Evan returns.
I think they
Return-
might have finally realized that the best way to play this is to ECL on turn 1. And they're waiting for the other person to play a unit so they can ECL
Sure.
into it.
yep.
Yes.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, if you can get a battlefield marine, then it's just a trade. But it's good if you can squash something and make it a 2-for-1.
Emmanuel only has A-Wing. Like, that would be brutal.
They just both pass.
Yeah, yeah. That's unlikely.
I love it.
Yeah, no,
I-
Emmanuel's got to play the A-wing
Emmanuel
here.
passed.
Because-
And Evan has the battlefield marine. Okay.
Wow.
I love it.
That was crazy.
Ooh, Dark Saber
Take
for
initiative.
Emmanuel.
Yeah, that's important. And then I'm actually watching on YouTube now. The camera's quality is great there.
Well, it's getting worse, I think.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's my fault.
We forgive you.
Lord, I
forgive you.
apologize. So Fleet Lieutenant hits. Chooses not to ECL. The Fleet
Ooh,
Lieutenant.
and there's the Echo Base Defender.
Mm.
I haven't seen that one in a while.
It's really good in
AMC?
this matchup, though.
AMC says enjoying the SW coverage in chat, even though it's 1:15 a.m. here. So that's somebody from
Nice.
across the pond. Yeah, we recorded the Han Green Masterclass for late night gaming just yesterday. We had somebody from Norway, somebody from the East
Nice.
Coast, and somebody from your area that crushed a lot of events with Han Green. I think he's Oregon.
With Manuel swinging in early with that A-wing. I don't know if I agree with that.
They're just
I probably would have
passionate.
cleared that Echo Base.
Are you talking about Henry from CCR?
I know he goes by a Rose Comingo. I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah,
there,
that's
but
Henry.
that is that. Yeah, Cloud City Rose. That is exactly who it is. Cuban guy, really nice guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our teachers. Then we got Sunny D, who is a terror on the East Coast. He did the Pelp Yellow Master class and won Baltimore one of the days with Han Green, and then a guy named Jonah Nicholas. So yeah, check that out on Late Night Gaming.
Yeah, Jonas played a lot in Take the Initiative League.
Yeah.
He's in the top 4 right now.
He's in the current top 4. Yep, that's exactly right. So I mean, he gave us that perspective, but don't forget about Han Green, folks.
Yeah.
Because it actually has a very good matchup into the very popular Han Yellow deck that's around.
And Evan uses his ECL on that K2.
Absolutely right. I really think Emmanuel should have taken out the Echo Base Defender like first action.
Yeah, he's got a Dark Saber. But right, I think that's right. And that's a great play by Evan with the K2. That's what you do.
Let Evan swing in at least once, now probably twice with that.
Krofna in the chat says, gotta wonder if ECL A-Wing into Marine is better than saving ECL for the wreck return. In a mirror, absolutely. I mean, you rarely get to wrecker if you're playing well. Though, depends on the matchups.
2 coming down.
Not with ECL.
Yeah. I would have ECL'd too.
So now what's Sabine gonna do? Attack into the Echo Base Defender?
Right.
Is she getting buffed by something? Why does the defender die?
Happen? There's no red 3 or anything.
I don't understand myself.
I think Sabine just does 3 damage.
Yeah, but she doesn't.
Yeah.
Golden Dice Podcast says F.
I'll go. Do you want me to go ask?
It's probably too late now.
Yeah, I don't think the commentators should.
I mean, yeah, at this point you can't rewind it, so
intervene. But I don't have an answer for that because that was Sabine leader.
That was a swing, though.
Yeah. Evan's still ahead even after getting screwed out of his defender, I guess.
I would agree with
that. Poe in hand for Emmanuel with the ECL up. That could change things.
ECL.
And he's going to use it.
There it is.
So he can take care of Sabine leader and K2.
Yep. Probably what I would do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right, Samuel Lyons, that unit Sabine and leader Sabine don't work exactly the same.
Yeah.
Looks like we have
Han matchup looks like it finished.
Who won?
No, I'm checking now.
Thank you. No,
I think
no,
it's going
there.
to game 3.
Yeah, there is a judge on the table. No, I don't know what they're talking about.
I mentioned the Sabine thing, so it might be that. I don't know. Game's going so fast; it's hard to stop it.
It's tough to rewind it.
Yeah.
So on attack. Well, yeah. Let's see what they do here.
I mean, I guess like you could rewind it by just putting the defender there, with 2 damage on it,
Yeah.
and
Han blue
Sabine would
1-2-0.
still die because Sabine was attacked later.
At the other table, young Han blue 1-2-0.
Okay, Alex Krez moving on to the
Alex.
final.
Going on to the finals.
That's huge.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, there looks like they're figuring it out and maybe get to the right. But I do think that both players are responsible for the board state.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, it's an understandable thing with Sabine leader, but really that Echo base defender should have 1 health on it.
Yeah.
I agree. They both responsible. Yeah. It was so matter of fact by both players that I was like, "This is so weird."
Yeah, I was like, am I missing something?
The invisible red 3.
Right, and it was on the flip turn, so there couldn't have been a medal ceremony or anything. There wasn't. I think we all saw that from here, anyway. I don't know what they all do to sort it out because it moved beyond it.
Yeah.
It might be rewinding.
I think that is what you do.
Yeah. If you can, yeah. But I mean, they have drawn cards, but I think the judge that we had last time was.
I don't know.
I don't really think you can either, but I'm good on them, I guess.
Judge earlier said that they were doing like casual level enforcement, so
It is casual level enforcement. So I mean, if you can reset the game state, you do. They do have a little bit of information that they don't, but I mean, both players are responsible for maintaining the board state, so it's on both of them to have with the accident.
Oh, they're pulling up the stream. Hi,
Yeah,
hi! If you can hear us.
I'm Jason. Long live the Empire. Long live the Empire.
So funny.
Are they rewinding the stream? So
They are. They're actually watching the coverage back to actually restore the exact board game state. So look at this.
Glad we could
good
help
for
in that way.
Look at this, BK. You got instant replay in your store.
Yeah.
You know,
Or if they can
we're
see
gonna
each
take this
other's
to New
hands at
York.
all.
We're gonna take this to New York. After further review, the Bears still suck. Yeah, I said it, folks. I better be careful what I say. I'm actually doing coverage of the planetary qualifier Chicago at Pastimes. Is the
Nice.
Oh, you
intent.
are?
Not anymore.
Nice. Are you going down there for it?
Yeah, we're taking our mobile setup. Not every store has a cool camera setup like Misty Mountain. Yeah, great work since the first one we did, BK, on getting all of this equipment. The quality looks great. I mean, the guy that's there, I'm watching on YouTube. It's a far cry from what I'm looking at on video.
I'll
But
be
I'm
honest,
really
I got it for Symmetric coverage, but
Yep. Well,
hey. But I'm happy to use it here too. You know,
Well.
I've been wanting to do a lot more coverage at the store, so it's yeah, it's fun. Kind
That's
of
cool.
my side thing lately.
so Descent Saturn says "Fly Eagles Fly" in the chat, and Samuel Lyon says this is the Bears' year. I've heard that before.
All right, so we've rewound the game state. Looks like.
Yep.
Now Evan
Yeah,
is in it.
This looks right to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is, and I think that is the right thing to do. Both players get a warning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think you can award a game loss against either
Yeah.
for that.
It'd be
And
a
it is-
double game
it
loss,
is-
right?
It's it
If
is
it's
almost
both responsibility.
certainly that both players confused unit Sabine with leader Sabine.
Yeah.
So they work a little different. Now, did they put the damage on the base? Because leader Sabine would have done 1 damage to the base when they attacked.
I think so.
Okay.
That looks like it.
One Sabine is a helmet, the other doesn't. I don't know how you mess that up.
And I really like. I play. I do have 6 of the OP foil Sabines. I got a lot of
Nice.
OP packs playing around the state for set 1, but that is a beautiful card with the foil, and I really like some of the set 2 foils as well. Let's see. Emmanuel's at 15 damage on his base. Evan's at 12. Evan has a dominating short board state in the ground arena.
Evan is just so far ahead now.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Emmanuel can still drop the OECL. Now you have to
Yeah.
clear. Now you're clearing the.
It's not as good though. I mean, he could
No,
pull
definitely.
ECL and clear the Echo base and K2.
And K2, but you're still you're
Yeah.
you're taking 3 to your base,
Yeah, and
giving Poe with 2 health.
right, and Sabine and Battlefield Moon represent 6 to 21. Rebel Assault would be 24.
Yeah.
Rebel.
You could also just
Resources-
K2 into the defender and then ECL Poe to clear whatever 2 things he needs to.
Yeah, he can.
And he does.
But then
Does he have a heroic sacrifice? Because I think that actually
He
Rebel
does,
Resource
actually.
in the chat has there. I mean, playing your
Emmanuel
Darksaber
does, yeah.
on K2, Emmanuel, playing Darksaber on K2 gives it overwhelm. I mean, so when it hits then an Echo base, it would do with heroic sac, what he'd be hitting for 10. So
Mhm.
9 overwhelm, and then 3 from the there, but it takes a couple of actions.
Mm.
I think
Yeah,
that's the line though.
I think that's maybe the only line, because if you're
Yeah,
hitting the Echo base with K2 right now, then Evan can hit with his K2, and then you're in a terrible place.
yeah. No, I think you have to. I think you have to saber up K2. He's right.
Gotta check the smuggling compartment first.
Cassian's not enough.
No,
Too slow.
he's not.
My dishwasher just made a really loud noise all of a sudden. I had to go check that out. I don't know what it was. Okay. And he still hasn't made his decision. This is a tough one.
Yeah, and he's a thoughtful player.
You gotta be. And you're.
Yeah, Rebel Resource in the chat says if he has surprise strikes, this would be over. You know, blonde Sabine players. You know, you can't live with them, can't live without them.
he's moving his resources into 4 and 1. That to me seems like he's looking at the Darksaber.
I think that is the line. I'm not sure what Evan has in his hand. He might be able to get there faster.
Darksaber heroic sacrifice.
Yeah, Darksaber Heroic Sacrifice, I think, is 9 overwhelm, then the 3, so that's 12. That takes Evan to 22.
And then that A-Wing.
And then the A-Wing. Mm-hmm.
And then the
But-
A-Wing.
But you're close, because now
But yeah,
Evan
so he
can
goes.
swing in with.
Yeah. If Evan's got her Rebel Assault, I think actually he can get there faster yet.
All right, there we go.
Emmanuel's at 19.
I don't think he has Rebel
Yes.
Soul though. Or he probably would have played it if he did.
You would think.
Yeah, you should have played it already. All right.
And then K2 dies from the heroic sack.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's the last 3 damage to get him to 22.
But
If I remember
that's
that,
not.
yeah.
That's not how
Okay, I'm gonna
heroic
go yell at
sacrifice
him again.
works.
Yeah. All right, he. Okay, they got it. So and that's lethal from the Sabine Pang, right? 15. Yep.
Yep, there it is.
Emmanuel gets it. Okay. He took his time,
That-
did the math,
What?
figured it out.
What just happened?
Remember, well, there's a heroic sacrifice. It was very thematic, just like in the movie. And
There you
they,
go.
they shake hands, go in, friends.